question, and I think this is at the core of Silicon Valley, because we can create great technologies. We can create technologies that can have the opportunity to change the world, but unless we put humanity and human psychology at the center of it, you're gonna miss the mark. So behavioral science is all about understanding how humans act within a confine of their environment. And what we know from years and years of research is that oftentimes a lot of the problems that we face are not necessarily a problem of education. So that if I tell you how to save, if I get you into a room and I teach you how to save, oftentimes that doesn't always lead to increased savings. What does? A behavioral intervention, setting up automatic transfers for savings, actually changing the environment in which you make decisions. And I think that's the beauty and the soft spot of where technology and startups in Silicon Valley can make a difference. In fact, many of the large companies or the unicorns that we think about, whether it's Uber, Airbnb, Google, Facebook, they all have an internal behavioral science team because they've realized in order to change behavior for the better, we actually have to think about the human psychology of it all. So it's really hard to think about something if you're not focused on it, right? Product managers, engineers are really good at solving one specific problem. Everybody at a startup, we have our KPIs, the things that we're measured against, either increasing engagement, however you want to define engagement, increasing signups, like fixing bugs. And so unless you have a checklist and a standard process for people to go through a behavioral way of thinking about it, either using our framework or others, it's really hard to place that burden on somebody, right? And so, for example, when we were at Google, one of the things that we did, we were an internal SWAT team that essentially came in to work with teams to force them to think about the problem in a new way. Because if you're an engineer, your toolkit is to be an engineer, right? You want to code it away. If you're a product manager, you want to process it away. If you're a designer, you want to design it away, right? All of us have a superpower, and so you want to be able to have a behavioral scientist on your team that has that superpower, that has the ability to think about how will an average human behave under these circumstances, and are we thinking about that? And outside of infusing that into your process, it's really hard for people to do that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.